You're watching Gumbo Live, and I'm still here at City Hall, and I'm still talking to candidates as they qualify. And my guest now is a great honor. It's a great honor. It's a great honor.
It's an honor for me.
Well, God bless you. It's a great honor. I actually have sitting next to me the mayor of the fine city of Eufaula, Alabama, the Honorable Jack Tibbs. Thank you so much,
yes, sir,
for being on Gumbo Live. Long time coming. Long time coming. So I know who you are, most of the viewers, but you tell them who you are and what you just qualified for.
Well, I'm Jack Tibbs, resident of Eufaula for 16 years, and I'm the current mayor, and I just qualified for re-election for the mayor of the city of Eufaula.
Okay. Now the qualification lasts until the 16th or 19th of this month.
19th.
And as of right now, you're the only candidate that has qualified to run for mayor.
That's correct.
Maybe some candidates like me waiting until the 19th.
Yeah. You're coming there 30 minutes before.
Yeah, quarter there. But so let's do this here. Let's do this here. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time with you because I really appreciate it. You the mayor. So tell us, give me the highlight of your stewardship, and why should you be reelected?
Well, I think most people have recognized that we've worked very hard to improve the city, infrastructure issues, streets. We've got a lot of projects going on right now that are a lot of them have already been completed. A lot of them are fixing to start. So infrastructure in the water board, water tanks, fire hydrants, things like that are very important to attract business and people here to the city. If they're not, if they don't look good, and if it's not fixed, it's just kind of a negative thing.
Let me ask you this: because of our form of government here in Eufaula, the city council has the, I'm gonna use this word and you correct me, has the power. So to what extent can you get things done? I know you're saying, and I happened to look over there in your iPad, and you got a lot of stuff that you have done, and you got a lot of stuff on the table.
Right.
How much, should I use the word authority, to get things done?
Well, the way it works is, the mayor is the CEO of the city. I'm out here in the day-to-day stuff and realizing what needs to be done and taking the lead to see what we need and go out and seek funds to get it done. Your city council, they have power, but there's 5 city councilmen and they all have 1 vote. So without one they're not very strong, but as a group of 3, in most cases 3 votes, they control what has to be done. So
3 votes can say yeah or nay for what you want to do.
Right, and it depends on how well you sell something and how if we can afford it as a city, and how important it is to the city. So what I've tried to do in 4 years working with the council is put them in situations where it's a win-win. It's not a situation where all of them should say, well, this is something we need to do.
Right.
And for most cases, that's been the case.
Okay, let me ask you this: on Sunday morning on my call-in program, a lady called in and she said that this city is very divided. She didn't say how it was divided or what. How would you have dealt with that question? I dealt with it the best I could.
Divided? I guess I'd have to ask her, how she felt about that. By financially divided, or is it racially divided? What is she talking about?
Well, I like I said, I should have explored that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But now, do you think, from whatever aspect you want to come from, do you think we have a unified city?
Yeah, I do. I think for the most part we do. I think we've got some great people here in this city that participate and work hard, for the city. And that's been my experience over the last 4 years, and I've had a chance to work with just about every group out there, and we're blessed with some really good people here that care about the city and care about a lot of things that we have going on here. So
now, Mr. Mayor, can we be a retirement city and yet a progressive city work-wise?
Sure we can. Sure we can. When you look at economic development, it's like a stool. You got to have a stool that you sit on. It's got 4 legs. You got to have industry. You got to attract industry here. You need tourism. You need retail to come, and you need to attract retirees. Industry is pretty tough. I mean, that's tough to do. Retail, with what we've done, cleaning up the town and tearing down some of these old buildings and making the town more attractive. That's attracting more people to do business, trying to make the town easier to do business with. We had a reputation of being a little hard to do business with, and we've tried to get rid of that.
So you're not scared to say that's a reputation we got to get rid of?
No. I think we've gotten rid of it.
You think it's gone? You think that's no longer?
Well, all you got to do is look out in the city and see. You're seeing more businesses coming in, and I work. I'm a small businessman, and I work real hard to try to promote the small businesses in town and make sure they're successful. And we do that a lot of ways. I stay very active with trying to get people to come to our town to spend money in the tourism side of it. I've done a lot of negotiating with tournament groups and fishing tournament groups. They bring a lot of people to the town. They stay a long time when they come. They spend a lot of money in the town with our restaurants and our small businesses and hotels. And
speaking of that, what does it say to what does it say to the citizens of Eufaula? The fact that we are getting a Hampton, is that what?
Hampton, yeah, the Hampton.
The fact that we are getting that. What message would you say that I want the citizens to get from this?
Well, the Hampton is going to give us more lodging opportunities. We're missing opportunities right now because people are looking for that type of hotel to stay in. They stay in Dothan or Phoenix City. If we attract a big say softball tournament, there's groups that actually, the teams that stay in Dothan or they stay in Phoenix City because they want to be at a Hampton or that type of hotel with the amenities at that kind of hotel.
So we could tell the citizens that that's a sign of progress.
Definitely.
Because the Hampton wouldn't come here if they didn't think they could make a living here.
Definitely. And it's a 78-room hotel, so what that does, it gives us more room capacity in the town, more rooms to rent, so we can go after bigger events. And as we get, more hotels, we can get more events here. Like the 4th of July celebration we had yesterday. There's 4,000 people out there.
4,000.
It was unbelievable.
It was hot, baby.
It was hot. It was hot. But we worked on that all year, so that thing would be a success, and we've done that for the last 4 years, and it's gotten bigger every year. So the Hampton's going to be a major asset to the town because it's what I would consider as an anchor business. And when you have an anchor business, you're going to have other things come in like restaurants and things like banks and different things like that will kind of
come on
there.
in.
They'll come on in around that.
Well, one of the things that I enjoy talking to you is that you never want to talk about nothing negative. You always want to talk about positive. You want to be positive.
That's
you want
right.
to be positive. But let's just back up for just a moment.
Okay.
The controversy about the 4-lane. Are we through with that now since it's a done deal? And how can we explain to the voters of the supposedly $300,000 that we lost trying to fight that? Is that so or not? Not so.
Not so.
Not so.
Not so.
We didn't lose no money fighting that.
There were some small legal fees, but we got $350,000 from Aldot
We got, the city got it.
cash.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what we used to do North and South Randolph and State Docks Road.
Okay.
That's where that money went.
Okay.
We also got a grant for $600,000 to do downtown sidewalks. That project is bidding right now to do the downtown sidewalks.
And that's all the result from the highway.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's great.
I mean, the outcome is beautiful.
Well, it turned out great. It solved a 30-something year problem that we'd had. You know, it's been a problem for 30 years, the traffic coming through town. And as a result, people are coming through the town now, and if you go by our fast food places on a Saturday, they're packed. You know, Saturday and Sunday, they're packed. These folks going to the beach, they're stopping.
Now, Mr. Mayor, how much control do you have over these traffic lights? The city have over the traffic lights. I know everything fall in your lap, but for the last, now I don't know how it was this weekend because I was gone, but I know for the last 2 or 3 weeks, traffic was bad.
Well,
seemed like the lights was not in sync or something.
Well, last year we had we got a good relationship with Aldot. We worked with the Troy office and
Alabama Department of Transportation.
Alabama Department of Transportation. Last week we had, or last year I should say, we had them over here about 8 times adjusting the lights. And as a matter of fact, I had a meeting this morning with our local guy Sam, and we've already had them over here a couple times this year. I think what's wrong is the technology that they have in the existing lights here is outdated and maybe wore out, whatever. Every time we have a little lightning storm, it seems like we have an issue. So
now can you as the mayor authorize the city police to go out there and put them on flash or whatever we need to do?
Well, we used to, yeah, we could, and that's what they used to do, you know, to try to work the traffic through the town. But we don't have to do that anymore. There's no need to do that anymore. I'm really, you know, I personally would not want any city employees manipulating the lights on a federal highway because something happened. There's liability involved. So Aldot is very responsible. I mean, they're very responsive when we call them. They'll get over here, and we've already, like I said, we've already had them over here a couple times. I think we got another little issue. We got them coming again. So they're fixing to redo all of 431 from the Baker Hill Highway all the way to the historic district.
Okay.
And they're going to do 80. And when we talked about that, they weren't going to do 82. And I said, well,
y'all there?
Why don't you get 82 while you're here? Cause it was last done in the 90s, and this is getting pretty rough. And, they.
No, when you say Dave, we're talking about Alabama.
Aldot, yeah.
So what is that going to cost the city?
Zero.
Zero.
Nothing.
Zero. Absolutely nothing to get all this.
That's a $6 million project, and that's within our city. So that's kind of like a grant. That's the way I look at that. Well, I talked to them about 82, and they came back about a month later, and they said we got some good news and bad news. And they said we're going to delay the 431 project for a month. I said, well, okay. What's the good news? We're going to pave 82.
Yeah. That's a good trade-off. That's a good trade-off.
Yeah, well, what they're going to do, they were re-engineering it and getting it ready. But there's several issues within the street out there in 431 that we have shown them, and they're going to go in the street and fix them as they come through. They're going to fix the curbs. We asked them to fix curbs. And there's a lot of broken curbs in front of businesses, so they're going to fix a lot of those curbs as they come through. Completely mill it and redo the whole thing. So it's going to be nice.
So now that falls under you. You go out there and you find these problems, and do you yourself contact Aldot, or do you have to go through the city council?
No. We found the problems. Our people did, and then brought it to my attention, and then we went over and had a meeting with Aldot and said, look, we got an issue here, and they came over, inspected it, whatever, and because that's really the state's property.
Mm-hmm.
It's in our city,
City,
state's
state.
property.
Sure, sure.
But you know, we got a good relationship with AlDOT, and we work with them because we got we got both county state highways and federal highways running through our town. So
you started off by saying that the mayor's the CEO, that's chief executive officer,
that's right.
and then you also got to be PR.
You got to be everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you got 100 hats to wear as a mayor. Yeah.
Now everything, and I think, and I'm gonna say this personally, I think one of the problems we have is that we drop everything in your lap, and when something don't happen, I have not talked to anybody that I talked to that ever blamed their council person for everything. They blame the mayor for everything. That comes with the territory. How you deal with that? How you deal with that?
That comes with the territory. You know, ultimately being the chief operating officer of the city, I mean, running the day-to-day operations, I'm going to be the one that has to fix it anyhow. Now, councilmen a lot of times will contact me and say, hey, I got an issue in my district. Can you help me out with it? And you know, we try to jump on it, pretty quick when they have something like that. But yeah, it's you know, that's when you're in a position of leadership, you have to take the.
But now our first line of complaint should be those that we vote to represent. You like you said, you got five city council.
Got 5 districts and 5 councilmen.
Everybody represent their own district. So my first line of complaint should be with my city council.
Ideally, that would be how it works, because the councilman should be in tune with his district and know what's going on, and you know, if it's somebody didn't get the trash picked up, that's not that big a deal, you know. So you know, they have ways to communicate with the city folks to do that. But if it's a serious issue, like a street problem or you know, some other type of problem like that, then yeah, councilmen or you know, I've always had an open door policy. So
do you think that there's any way we can be a little more open with things that's going on in the city? You know, let me give you an example. A lot of times we go to city council meeting, and me and some more folks who are concerned, and when the city council president give their report, they say, well, you got the packet. We the citizens don't have the packet. Or the city councilmen have the packet. Is there something in there that's just for them, or?
I think it's online.
It's online.
All that's online. Yeah. You got the whole agenda and all the resolutions. Everything's online. So.
And whatever's in that packet that they talk about is online.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not online, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm so old school, Mary. You're gonna have to forgive me.
Well, if you went through every one of those reports, we'd be there at 8 or 9 o'clock.
Okay.
So it is available online.
Okay. Okay. So let me throw this at you. The city council has made it clear. I've been to several city council meetings when the chair has made it clear this is a city council meeting. It's not a mayor's meeting.
That's correct.
This is a city council meeting.
That's correct.
So I'm thinking this. I have 2 things I want to ask you about. The city council meeting is just to inform the citizen basically of what's going on in the city and transact that business. So if the city council have their meeting, when is the mayor's meeting?
Well, the mayor is at that meeting.
Sure.
And the mayor gives a report to the council. And ultimately, to get anything done, you have to have a vote of the council. Because they're representing the 5 districts of the city.
Right.
And hopefully the things that you're trying to get done affect all 5 districts of the city.
Right. But now, if the city council meeting is for each council person to inform people in their district what's going on in the city, should not the mayor have a meeting to inform all of the citizens?
Well,
is that feasible?
Well, yeah, I guess it would be. You know, people are so busy nowadays. It's hard to just have a meeting and call a bunch of folks in and just open the floor. You know, I communicate on Facebook. I've got about 3,000 friends. Most of them are you follow folks. And every time something goes on in the city, I try to keep it positive. I put it on my Facebook page. So
let me thank you. Let me thank you. Cause when this young man went missing, because how that happened, I stopped you in the middle of the street. I didn't know what you was going to do, where you was going, but I stopped you, and I tell you about this young man in this city that was missing, and you immediately went to Facebook. I mean, right there in the middle of the street, right? You did it. You did it, and I personally want to thank you for that.
Well,
because as the mayor, you showed a concern about a kid that didn't come from a name brand household, or you know, I'm not even sure what side of the track he lived on or nothing like that. And you didn't even concern about that.
No,
you wasn't concerned about nothing like that. You hit that thing, man, and all 3,000 folks you had.
Well, if you remember also, we called his mother there too.
Yeah, that's right. You sure did.
We called his mother from the truck.
You sure did. You sure did. You sure did.
And of course, the police were already on top of it, and you know, it's been very disappointing that we haven't been able. They've done quite a bit.
Right.
I mean, they're kind of at the end of the rope as far as what to do.
Well, we got to salute them too.
Yeah.
We got to, because I know I talked to Sergeant Brown, man, and they turned over every rock, and they even brought. I was thinking one night, I said, man, we ought to get this group in from Texas, and they was already here. They had already come and gone. Yeah.
We've had several groups in here, and they had a major group in here with about 6 or 7 different agencies not too long ago, and you know, it's
Dawkins, the Dawkins.
Yeah,
that's good work.
Yeah, they're in Dawkins.
Yeah.
That's a mystery, and
but I was moved by the way you handled that, and I've since talked to the family. I've talked to Brenda, some more people in the family, and I want you to know they appreciate it.
Yeah.
And one thing that I want to say about that, so the family can hear us: you have not given up, and the police department has not given up, and that mother sure have not given up.
No.
So I want you to know, Ms. Dawkins, nobody has given up. Nobody has given up.
No.
Nobody has given up.
No, we you know, we need to find out, you know, if anyone has any information, please share it with the police department, and even if you don't think it's that important, you know, let us know about it. It's very.
So Mr. Mayor, if I change my mind by the 19th, and nobody run against you, what is that saying to you? Is it saying that you're doing a good job, or saying nobody wants the job, or and I think that it would be good that you can continue getting stuff off your iPad and moving us. Which direction are you moving us? Don't worry about that question.
Well,
which direction would you like to move?
Well, we got a lot of projects already in place,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm already working on new projects. Right now, we're focused. My main focus, we've got the water board has got most of the. Daryl Baker is doing an excellent job there. We've got all that infrastructure being taken care of. You see us fixing lines in the streets. Water tanks are being rehabbed that haven't been rehabbed in 20 years. We're putting, you know, new water lines in to residents, and working on sewer. We got sewer projects going, so all that's in process now. My focus now is to continue working on streets. You know, we got you know, we hadn't had any paving done here in many years, and we got a lot of tore up streets, and with what the city's revenues, we don't have money to pave streets. It's just not enough money to get that done. So you have to get help from the state and the federal folks when you can, and we've been very successful with that. And
now, let me cut you off just 1 minute. Most cities have people, and their whole job is to write grants and seek this kind of. Do we have that? Do we have somebody? We have a grant writer.
Oh yeah.
Is that the correct title?
Yeah, but the grant writing actually comes in with the help we've gotten from like a DECA and the Delta Regional Authority and Southeast Regional Planning and ALDOT. A lot of those grants, you go and sit down with the individuals that are over those entities, and you sell them on what you need, and then they in turn grant you the money. And then that's when your grant writer comes in. Now we do have, our grant writer does look for grants, and we've been able to get some smaller grants, but you know, we've gotten.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut this thing. I'm sorry, Mr. Mayor.
I might better cut mine off.
So, and that's the first rule of TV and radio.
Cut
You
it
know,
off.
I have nothing that's going to interfere with your interview, and I know better than this. I've been doing this long enough to know. So we got a person that's a grant writer for our city.
Gloria Helms.
Okay.
Gloria Helms,
Okay.
very qualified.
Okay.
Gloria was in the banking business,
Mm-hmm,
and she works right here at City Hall, and she's kind of a special projects person, and she does an excellent job. Does an excellent job.
Now, it seems to me that we have less fishing tournaments than we did. I remember. Seemed like to me there wasn't a weekend went by when there wasn't a whole bunch of boats out there. Is that so or no?
No. We have a problem right now. I've got Lake Point is building a second weigh-in pad so we can have two at a time. We've got so many fishing tournaments coming here now that.
Oh really?
Yeah, you know.
Is there off season? I ain't been fishing in so long. People won't go fishing with me because they tell me I talk too much.
Well, I couldn't imagine that. No, there's a little off season in the wintertime when it gets really cold, but there's still tournaments even then. We have a restrictive tourism committee that goes after the bigger events, and we've got the Alabama State Championship here this year. That's 150 boats. We've got the ABA Championship in October. That's over 250 boats. That's a 3-day event. So those people are going to come and stay in rooms and eat at restaurants and buy gas and spend money in our town for probably about 6-7 days.
Yeah.
Got another project that just finished up on that will be, and I can't say a lot about it because I've been sworn to confidentiality, but you'll hear more about it later on. But
after the election.
No, it's not. It's a major project for the city of Eufaula, and it's going to give some major exposure to not only Eufaula but the state.
All right.
And
besides the fact that I live here.
Pardon?
Besides the fact that I live here, I thought that was giving us major publicity.
Yeah, but it's going to give us. But no, as far as the tournaments are concerned, we have well over 100 a year. And that's bigger ones, and then you have all the little ones that come. But,
do we have any local sponsored tournaments? Do we have any local sponsored?
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah. You have the Alabama Children's Classic. That's in June. It was just in June.
The city sponsored or?
Oh no! The chamber sponsors it.
The chamber here.
Yeah, the chamber has the money for the RTC committee, restricted tourism committee, has funding that comes in from the hotels, a $3 heads on beds tax, and that money is used to attract events.
Now I was going to ask you about the chamber, and what is their function in city so far as the city is concerned.
Well, right now they're responsible for economic development, tourism.
So you don't have your own economic development board. Everything so forth that because I go through
There's
chamber.
an economic development committee. With the chamber.
With the chamber.
Yeah.
Now who has input on that? Who sit on that? Chamber?
No, it's different citizens. Myself. Most of the economic development right now is being handled by myself and Jim Bradley.
Okay.
He's
Y'all are the sole ones who sat on the committee. That's what that's.
No, we're the sole ones that do the work. We're out there trying to attract these folks, and when we get an opportunity, we work them, like Steve Harvey.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's back up. You're telling me what I'm trying to say right now is that the Economic Development Committee is a local committee.
Yes.
And when I'm trying to say you sat on it, and who determines? Does the chamber determines that you are a member of this committee, or who determines?
It's chamber members of the chamber, which are business people.
Okay, so you have to be a member of the chamber first
Yes,
in order to sit on the economic development committee.
correct.
So that's not city control, it's chamber control.
That's correct.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
I think we need some reform in that, and I won't get into that right now, but I think we need to, you know, there might be a better way to do it, and that's something we have to look at.
I look at when I look at organizations. Sometimes organizations put their organization before the folks that they're trying to represent, and I'm not making accusations.
Yeah.
But when something is city operated, and the city says the citizens sits here.
Yeah. Well, the chamber is a city organization. I mean, it's a civic and community organization,
Mm-hmm.
you know, designed to enhance all those things we talked about, the tourism and attracting retail and attracting industry. You know.
So what is downtown? You follow? What is that? What organization is that? Am I saying
that's
that right?
Main Street.
Main Street.
Main Street.
Main
yeah.
Street. You
Yeah,
follow? Now what is that?
That's a state program.
Okay.
Main Street is, and ours has been highly recognized. Ann Sparks is our Main Street director.
Right,
Does
right.
a wonderful job.
Right.
It's also the entertainment district,
Right.
and you want to have a little, you know, when people visit here, they want to they want to have some nice restaurants to go sit down and
Sure.
and some shopping opportunities, unique little shops,
Sure.
and we've got quite a few down there, and we want to attract more.
Sure.
Most of the buildings on Main Street, and we include that little section of 431. Most of them are occupied. We do have some vacancies, and we want to attract more.
Well, look, let me ask you this, because when you got ready to designate the entertainment district, you know there was a lot of controversy
There was.
for and against. Could you tell those who was against it that there is a measurable economic difference since it's been?
I think
Is that a
so.
fair question?
Yeah, because you know, we just had the the Buddy Bowie concert down there.
Right.
It was a benefit concert for Medical Center Barbara,
Right.
and it went great, and hopefully, we're going to have other events, and we have the farmers market down there right now, and that's
Oh yeah.
that's been a great success. You know, a lot of people going downtown, and you got several restaurants down there that are all doing good. And if you go down there on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday night, I mean, it's packed. The town is packed.
So if somebody was to ask to see, before it was designated entertainment district, and now that you could see an economic difference, you could say, okay, we're getting this much more in tax, we get this.
Well, I don't know if you can actually put a monetary value to it, but I think that as you bring more focus to it, you got more people going there and spending money, and it helps us. You know, you want to make your small businesses strong.
I think that farmers market is a great thing.
Oh yeah.
Being down, especially being down where it was at. I mean, where it's at now. I think that's.
Well, it's going to attract people from 431 that wouldn't necessarily come down that street. You know, they can see it, and it's been a great.
Now I understand that just temporary though. Is that correct?
Well, no, it's not. During the growing season.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. So every growing.
Yeah, we'll keep.
But now they have more than just growing stuff out there. I've seen other folks out there with other stuff.
Well,
will they continue?
Probably not, because there won't be enough interest. You know, there's some, and we do have arts and crafts shows.
Right.
But there's some artists there, and there's some crafts there that people are selling, and it's just a good experience. I've posted some things on Facebook recently. You know, I was down there the other day, and there were a bunch of kids there.
You didn't put me on eating all that ice cream on that, did you?
Well, I didn't get myself on there either, But the homemade ice cream down there,
Oh,
you know, that's
man.
just a treat.
Yeah,
You know, that's
yeah,
just
yeah.
something fun to do, and,
Yeah,
and walk.
yeah.
You know, people just like to walk down the sidewalks
Yeah.
of the.
Okay, now how is the how and I really appreciate your time. You're watching Gumbo Live, and I'm sitting here with the Honorable Mayor Jack Till. How's the movie night going? How's that? I think that was a great idea. Now, who sponsored that? Is that the chamber or that the city?
That's run by the chamber, and normally they get one of the businesses here in town to sponsor a movie night. Is how it works. So,
Okay.
So
If you had to just take one aspect of your follow, the sale you follow, just one thing, what would that be?
it have to be the lake.
The lake, okay.
The lake.
Okay.
I mean, the lake and the beauty of the town.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we, you know, that's one of the things I stay focused on with our people is you know, let's make the town look good. You know, we got someone out there working on litter. We got a horticulture department that's keeping
Right.
things looking
Right.
nice, and flowers and that type of thing.
Right.
You know, you only get one chance to impress
That's
somebody.
right, that's
you know,
right,
first
that's
impressions, and I've talked to people that's moved here over the last 3 or 4 years that they came in, they saw our downtown, they fell in love with it, so they decided to move here. So you know.
So the pilgrimage is still doing well.
Pilgrimage had its best 2 years ever.
The last 2 years.
The 50th and 51st pilgrimage were the best 2 ever.
Okay, and what about that? Winter summer? What you call it?
The
October.
Indian summer.
Indian summer. Indian summer.
Indian summer, I think is done. I think it's done well. I spent some time down there this year, and it was a lot of people there. So anything like that downtown that people can come and you know, there's all kind of food and stuff to eat. And I like that part. So,
Now, one of the things that happened when you ran, and we're gonna go, is that you passed out your cards with your number on it.
mm-hmm.
And I think that as the mayor now, that can be overwhelming. Would you still encourage people to call you?
Well, I do encourage them to call, and they do call. And I still got the same phone number. So the phone number hasn't changed, and I got 3,000 friends on Facebook, and if they want to contact me, all they got to do is send a private message, and sometimes it gets a little overwhelming, and I might be a little slow to get back to them, but I don't encourage them to do that because I don't need to get bogged down with a lot of little things, and all they have to do is call someone in the city and you know, the proper department.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Mayor. Normally now, and I'll be watching on state level, national level. The second term, there's normally a lot of shake-up staff-wise. The second term, you know, we're going on the second term.
Right.
With that, can we expect a lot of shake-ups at the city, or would you not rather say that?
Well, I'd rather not speak of that right now.
Okay.
I know who my strong people are, and I know who the weaker folks are that need help. We've been working with them, trying to make them stronger, make them better managers. You know, it's if you know, we've gotten rid of a good many people in the first term.
And I'm gonna ask you this question, then I'm gonna let you say whatever you want to say. I want to thank you, first of all. I want to thank you for your time.
Sure.
I know how precious your time is, and I can truly say that all of my Gumbo Lives I've done, this is a great honor, and I'm serious about that.
Well, it's an honor for me.
I'm great. Now, the city, and I need you to tell our review, the city is an equal opportunity employee.
Sure it is.
It doesn't make any difference about nothing.
No, when you know.
Not just because the federal law says that, just because that's the type of person.
Yeah, you know, we find it tough to find qualified people to do our jobs. To be quite honest, I mean, it's gotten tough for us to find people. But yeah, it's.
I know you work closely with the Career Center, and we
do.
Our next conversation, we're going to talk about that. And when you get ready, now, who does the hiring for the city?
We have a personnel department.
Okay.
And we advertise. we advertise positions. People normally come here to get an application. It depends on what level it is. If it's, you know, there's some cases where we get resumes. Some jobs just require an application. Evaluate the people, check references of the ones that have the qualifications, and then they get maybe the top 3 people in to interview. And some cases, you know, we might have a good many people. In some cases, we don't get very few. So you know, I think we have a great personnel department, an HR person.
Okay.
Kelly Trewick is our personnel director, and she's one of the most qualified people as far as HR that I've ever worked with. I've worked with some good ones and out there in the corporate world.
And I'm in agreement with her, and I wanna publicly let you know that I thank her for her kindness. I'm able to be in here today because of her.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, I thought I'd have to stand out there in that sun. That's what I said Saturday on my program, that I'd be standing outside.
Well, this interview would be a lot shorter if we was
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wouldn't be. But anyway, listen, Mr. Mayor. Again, thank you, sir. But is anything that we did not discuss that you might want to tell the voters?
Well, I think we've made a lot of progress in the first term. You know, with the council and our staff with the city, and we've got a lot of projects going right now. I'm excited about. We've got another one bidding today. We're going to have the whole town kind of tore up here for a little bit, so you'll have to forgive me for that. But when it gets done, it's going to be nice. We're going to continue to work on streets. 1 o'clock, okay. We got it 1 o'clock.
Okay, all right.
That's actually, you asked about tournaments. That's a tournament director that's wanting to bring a big tournament here.
Fishing?
Big fishing tournament.
All right, all right.
But anyhow, back to, you know, we focused on the main arteries of the city, and we've secured funding to get that done with 431, and we got Randolph already and State Docks. We got Dale Road that's fixing to be fixed. We've got Barber, Broad, and Country Club. We got those streets out in the county. Excuse me. Next, I will focus on streets around schools.
All right, all right.
So,
all right, Mr. Mayor, I want you to make a commitment to. I didn't tell you about this. I would love to do this monthly. I would love the monthly at your convenience to put you on Gumbo Live.
I won't promise anything, but I'll do my best. How about that?
That's all I need. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yes, sir.